Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101, and today for our stock review, we'll be doing AMD, also known as Advanced Micro Devices. So one of the big competitors of AMD, well, rather two of the main competitors for AMD is NVIDIA and also Intel. But we're going to look, as we usually do on Robinhood, and go through the time chart, go through the timeline, get some information, get some analytics, and everything that's above. Good morning, Ashley Hawkins. Thanks for joining us. Also, guys, I don't know if you guys knew that. You ever heard of Super Chat? When we are live, you can actually Super Chat if you want to support the channel and donate money. No pressure, totally on you if you want to support the channel. But you have Super Chat. And you also have super stickers, okay? And quite frankly, it'll be coming where you'll see I'll have t-shirts that'll be listed in the link below. That way you guys want any merch, you can do that as well. All right, so let's look into AMD. Let's look into AMD. I believe this is going to be one of those stocks right off the bat that I believe that you guys can start to invest in, okay? Quite frankly. So AMD right now is a little bit below 1%, but they're still up. Okay, let's start off from 5 years. Look at the 5-year chart here, guys. Listen, this is ridiculous. And I gave a video, I want to say about a year ago, about how you should invest in AMD versus NVIDIA and also Intel, because over the past 5 years, AMD has been up 4,300 points. That is ridiculous in 5 years. As you can tell, 5 years ago, this stock was only worth around $1.90-something, $1.70-something. So in the past 5 years, it has went up $83. Think about that. Okay, I had AMD, and unfortunately, I sold AMD when they hit around 60, but I made really good profits, but I shouldn't have sold it. But I do sell and buy certain stocks because I like to buy things in cash. I don't like to buy too many things in credit. Don't get me wrong. I buy a lot of big purchases, houses, cars, and with other people's money. But little items or items that probably, $10,000 and below, I like to buy in cash. I don't like those little tick-tacky interest rates here and there. If I'm going to buy a purchase with somebody else's money, it's going to be huge, okay? It's going to be huge. Anyway, so that was over the 5 years. Over the past year, it's been up 202 points. For three months, it's been up 62.5 points. One month, 62.62. And then the past week has been up 13. And today we know it's still under 1%. So for some of you that don't know about AMD, I'm going to read this so you get a better understanding of what the company is about. Advanced Micro Devices, also known as AMD, engages in the provision of semiconductor businesses. It operates through the following segments: computing and graphics, and enterprise, embedded, and semi-custom. The computer and graphics segment includes desktop and notebook processors and chipsets, discrete and integrated graphics processing units, data center and professional GPUs, and development services. The enterprise, embedded, and semi-custom segments includes server and embedded processors, semi-custom system on-chip products, development services, and technology for game consoles. We know this is huge when you talk about the gaming industry, okay? The company was founded by W.J. Sanders III on May 1st, 1969, and is headquartered in Santa Clara, California, okay? They have roughly 11,400 employees. Their price earning ratio is 1.52. Their market cap is $100 billion. They have no dividends, and their average movement is 117.75 million. The collections, they are in the technology. They have a female CEO, 100 most popular stocks, video games, semiconductors, electronics. And again, their main competitors, in my opinion, the main competitors are NVIDIA and Intel, okay? NVIDIA and Intel. I have the laptop that I'm currently on right now is an Asus ZenBook, and it has literally Intel and NVIDIA, but AMD comes in at a lower price point. When you guys buy less expensive laptops and notebooks, you will see when you first buy it, they have that square little thumbnail essentially on it, and it would tell you what is your graphic card, what is your chipset, what is your microchips in there, your microprocessors. For mine is Intel and NVIDIA. Now, sometimes AMD may be your sole operator on your laptop or your computer because AMD actually makes graphic cards as well as microprocessors, okay? So that's how they're huge in the gaming industry. So again, one of the key indicators on how stock is going to perform over the next week, over the next month, then you have to look at the news. Good morning, Ernest Steele. Do I think that AMD is going to hit $100? I do believe it's going to hit $100, and I do believe it's going to go well over $100 to answer your question, sir. Now, in the last 20 hours, it says AMD closes just shy of 100 billion market cap as more analysts see it taking market share from Intel. What did I tell you? Okay. What did I tell you? And believe me, I didn't even go in here. You know I don't lie, right? Not online anyway. But I didn't go in here and read the news already. Okay, so I keep telling people they're in huge competition with Intel and NVIDIA, and they're doing great things in this space, okay? That new Ryzen chip, AMD Ryzen chip, is doing great and wonderful things. August 4th says pre-market prep stock of the day, advanced microchips, and we're going to read one of these stories. It says halftime report, traders share their thoughts on semiconductor stocks. Then the analyst ratings, they're all over the place. It says buy 42%, hold 50%, sell 8%. This is from the Morningstar. It says AMD recent CPU and GPU offerings have been more than competitive with Intel. Intel remains the dominant player in the processing market and holds long term. That's correct. Look at their earnings per share for these quarters. As you can tell, in the first quarter, they're maintaining their growth from the first quarter to the second quarter. So they're doing primarily well, and their actual per share is 18 cents. So they have the capacity and the ability to do dividends. But we're going to go over to Market Watch, of course, to actually see their actual EPS. Okay. People also bought NVIDIA, Microsoft, Intel, and Micron. Now, Micron is also a huge semiconductor company as well. As you can tell, they have a 77% buy, as NVIDIA has 80% buy. And guess what? Again, when you look at NVIDIA, you just don't have to buy a whole share of NVIDIA. They're already up $2 today. And over the course of 5 years, they've been up 2,100%. They've been up 2,100%. So don't get me wrong, you can still put money inside of NVIDIA. So again, on Robinhood, you just go from shares to dollars, and you say, I'm gonna put $50 inside of that, okay? But we're talking about AMD, but we're gonna look at Micron as well, because Micron is another big mogul in the game. So 5 years, they've only been up $173, but they're still worth your money at $50, okay? Because they're gonna continue to grow, that I believe, okay? And of course, if you come down here, I'm just going to look at some, here we go. 2 chip makers are the best bet on the future tech growth, long-term investors, Paul Meek says. And of course, Micron is one of them. I'm pretty sure the other one is AMD, okay? I'm pretty sure. Coronavirus, Samsung profits soar on work from home demand, blah, blah, blah. 77% of the analysts are saying buy, 20% are saying hold, 3% are saying sell. From the Morningstar, Micron produces a diversified portfolio of memory products. Boom. And again, prior joint venture partner Intel in its partnership with Micron, which could actually help Micron because they were actually being supported by Intel. So let's see how they do. As you can tell right here, as they're reaching the third quarter, that they have already increased in revenue and profit as they're going up, okay? But anyway, we're back on AMD, and 50% of the rating says hold. But listen, we're going to go over to Market Watch, and we're going to see the EPS. I'm mostly concerned with the EPS right now. Okay, the EPS, they're a profitable company. The EPS is 51 cents. The EPS is 51 cents. So potentially, for every share of AMD, you can get dividends for 51 cents. Is that a lot? No. But they show that they're still doing great business. And just as well as I showed you before, let's look at here, right here. Look at my date range. What we got? Let's change the time chart. Let's go 6 months. Looks great. They continue to grow. They continue to grow. Thinking about it like this. This is crazy. This is crazy. June 18th, 2020. June 18th, 2020. This stock was worth $54. This stock was worth $54. So you could have bought 4 for $200, okay? Then they made, I'm gonna call them money moves, and they're in less than a month, okay, I'm sorry, less than 2 months, their stock went up $30. Their stock went up $30 in 2 months. So these are really, really great returns. These are really, really great returns. Now, I know I dived deep in here, the 52-week range. The 52-week range, $27 to $86. Crazy. Shares outstanding, 1.17 billion. We won't get into the flow of the beta, but everything looked positive, 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 positive. Everything looks great on this stock. Let me tell you, AMD stock surges to a new record on road to 100 billion market cap. This is great information, guys. Will AMD hit $100? Yes, it will. That is my opinion. That is my point of view. That is what I believe, okay? The market is telling me it's going to reach 100. So anytime you know that I feel like it's a good investment, I got to get in on the money. So right now, they are trading at $85 a share. I'm going to go ahead. I got 200. You know, I don't like keep money in my portfolio because money just sitting is not making any money because my money makes money. My money makes money. So I have to go in here. I'm going to buy me 2 shares. That's all I got. I can't even buy 3 shares. I can't. $256. I'm going to buy 2 shares of AMD. Done and done. Okay. So I only got $33 left in there. So right now I have 2 shares. I have 2 positions with AMD, and I'm already making money. So what I'm going to do right now, why not? I'm going to change this to dollars. I'm going to invest that $33.33. Why leave any money here at all? I don't know why. Why would I do that? Done and done. So now I'm going to have 2 point something shares of AMD. I'm just going to refresh very quickly here. And Robinhood, thank you for taking your time. Okay. And we're back. So I got 2.4 shares of AMD roughly. Now I'm down. But as we know, the market fluctuates, but believe me, now when I say that AMD is going to reach $100 a share, when I say that, that doesn't mean that it's going to reach it today. It doesn't mean that it's going to reach it next week. But I will go off on a limb and say before December, I believe that AMD will reach 100. Before December, I do believe AMD is worth 100 per share. And if I were you, okay, just a little bit of my opinion here, I will go ahead and buy some AMD. AMD is not going anywhere because they feel a market space that Intel and NVIDIA is not tapping into. And that's the people who don't want to pay a lot for their laptop. That's the people who don't want to pay a lot for their desktop. And they need chipsets, and they want reliable, high-performance chipset. And AMD are the company, is the organization that fits that niche, okay? AMD is a company that actually fits that niche because we know that Intel is very expensive. Anything that has Intel in it is not going to be cheap. And if it is cheap, it's not a good Intel chip. NVIDIA is a very, very expensive video graphics company. And anything that NVIDIA puts their, put their chipset in, it's very expensive. And if it's not, it's a very, very cheap video card from NVIDIA, the low budget ones. But with AMD, you get high performance video cards, you get high performance microchips at a fraction of the amount that you would if it had Intel and NVIDIA in it. So again, the reason for this information is so you have some sort of context of making a very educated investment decision when we're talking about AMD, because it's very important to know this information in order for you to make a very, very solid investment. Okay? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is a quick review of AMD, also known as Advanced Micro Devices. Tune in at 2 p.m. Central Time so you can get your stimulus update. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. I'm out.